This world shall know pain.
What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Ichi the Witch, Hunt 59. And I gotta say, I would always thought like the power to see the future was an amazing ability to have. But after reading this latest chapter of Ichi the Witch, I kind of feel like it's probably the worst power to have, especially if you can't change the fate. You can't change the prophecy, because you have it where the Oracle is constantly having visions of the future, and in every vision you see it where the wife of Chrono is taken out. Can you imagine having seeing visions of your friends constantly being wiped out? That sounds like a horrible fate to bear, and I wouldn't want that power now. Like this series has actually got me thinking like, yo, the ability to see the future, to be a prophet, it isn't all that it's cracked up to be. I would not want that ability. But we about to get into this chapter right now. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. I greatly appreciate it. Now let's get into it. So again, like I just finished saying, this chapter starts off where you have the Oracle. She's having another prophecy, and you have it where the wife of Chrono is laying in bed. You have it where the octopus magic comes up, and you just see these creepy ass corpses behind him as he's laughing, and he's saying like, yo, curse upon the living. And you have it where he says, death to all, a curse upon the living. He says it over and over as he stands above her with a trident, and then he used that trident to actually pierce her, and he says, death to all life, and he has a smile on his face. He's grinning. And then you have it where the Oracle, she wakes up from seeing this this future, and she says like, yo, it doesn't matter what we do to prepare, I'm constantly seeing different visions of her being taken out. We've got to do whatever we can to make sure she survives. You got Des asking like, yo, well, how long do we got before he regenerate and come back? You have it where the Oracle says he'll be back tomorrow night. Now we have it where Ichi is still asleep. He's still unconscious. And again, I do not understand why Chrono won't use his ability to make time go forward around Ichi so that he can wake up sooner. Why won't he do that? Now that I think about it, it may be one of two reasons. He doesn't want to waste his power because he's trying to save it for, protecting his wife. That could be one reason. Another reason could be because he no longer has the power to do that. We know that he's getting weaker as the child grows within his wife. So we know his power isn't what it once was. So maybe he doesn't have that ability anymore, because we do know he wanted to rewind time so that she wouldn't even be pregnant. And maybe he doesn't have that type of power anymore, because it looks like she's about to give birth at any moment. So maybe his power is a lot more weaker than it was at the point where he wanted to rewind time on his wife. So that could be the only two reasons where I would be okay with him not doing it. But other than that, if that's not the case, man, you don't rewind, fast forward the future for Ichi, or rewind it, whichever one, to make him wake up. This man is going to be unconscious for 3 days. We don't really know how much time has passed and how long it took for this octopus magic to regenerate. So yeah, use your power, Chrono. Well, anyway, you got it where Des and them are coming up with a plan. They're saying the only thing we can really do is get her away from this area, take her to the other witches. There's a transport mirror not too far from here. We just need to get there. We can use the surfboards. One of the boards to carry the wife, the other board to carry the body of Ichi, and get him to safety, and get them both to safety. So you got it where they're saying they need to go about 600 miles. That's crazy. That's a crazy feat. 600 miles. I didn't even realize that the first time I read the chapter. I don't think they're going to make it. But anyway, you got it where they're saying we're going to have to distract this octopus long enough for everyone to get away. And you have it where Dad says, Chrono, that's where you come involved. Can I ask that you do that? And you got it where he's kind of skeptical about it because he wants to protect his wife. He wants to watch over his wife and be by her side. at all time. And of course, you got it what Dad says, I know this isn't what you really want, but just have a little trust in this, us humans. We'll watch over your wife. We'll get her protected. We'll get her to safety. And then as that's going on, you have it where his wife gives him a kiss and says, I'll be fine, and I'll keep our baby safe too. So I don't know why, but I don't think this arc is going to end in a happy way. Just the vibes I'm getting. I feel like this is going to be one of those arcs where the heroes don't necessarily come on top. Something's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be the wife getting taken out, Chrono being taken out, maybe even the baby or the Oracle. Between those four characters, one of them ain't making it out this arc alive. I'm going to just be honest with you. I'm going to be real. I don't want to be one of those, everyone will survive. I don't think that's going to be the case. But of course, you got it where they get the plan ready. They got it underway. And then next thing you know, you have it where the octopus magic returns, and he's saying like, "Yo, I've been reborn, I've returned, I regenerated. It took longer than I thought, but it happened." And you have it where he's calling out to, saying Euro, and Euro isn't there, but that's who he's calling out to. And he says like, "Yo, we can be best of buds. Like, yo, let's do it again." And then he ends up seeing Chrono, and he says, "Perfect timing. I was thinking that me and you should be buds again too. Give me a second, and I'll go take out your wife and that baby, and we could be buds again." And you got it where he's saying all of this with a smile on his face. Like, that's what makes this guy so sinister, that the stuff he's saying, yeah, it's bad, but it's the fact that he has no remorse for anything that he's saying. And you got it with Chrono saying, "I can't allow you to do that." And as he says that, you have it where the waiter shows up. The waiter who actually threatened the Oracle a few chapters ago, he shows up, and he's also holding the staff of the World Hater. So it seems as if the World Hater gave him that staff as well to give him a little bit more power. I wonder if it's more so to go after the Oracle, and we're just perceiving it as to stop this baby, stop this baby from being born. I'm really curious if that's the case. But of course, you have it where he pops up behind Chrono, and he's saying like, "Yo, in this future that you've seen," because Chrono says, "I saw we got an Oracle on our side, and I seen all the choices you would make to the octopus." And that's when you have the waiter saying like, "Yo, what about the other moves then? How far in this book have you read?" And you have a way this guy gets slashed in half, and the panel is crazy. He gets slashed in half, and then you hear the words, all the way to the very end. And I thought that was crazy as hell. And you see that's Des that actually says that. She says, "We can see it all, you freaky fake waiter." And she has that grin on her face, and you have it where, Chrono's facing off against the octopus, and you got it with Dez is facing off against the waiter. And this panel looks cold as hell. I really rock with it. And you got it where, it's I guess pretty much a 2-on-2 battle. And then it jumps to your boy Goku. He's carrying everybody on the surfboards, trying to get them to safety. And then you notice that, the Oracle nose is bleeding. She says that's the price to pay for seeing so many different futures. So many prophecies at one time. And honestly, that's what leads me to believe that she might not make it, because she says she's going to see as many as possible in order to keep this baby alive. And it seems as if she's willing to risk her life to do just that. And as she's saying that, you got it where she's talking to Kamugi, telling her like, "Yo, in order to change her prophecy, like, yo, you can't half-ass it. You got to go all in order to have her have the future that she foresees changed." And that's why she says she's willing to see as many different possible paths as she can in order to protect this lady and her baby. And then you have it where Goku says, "Leave it to me. I'll keep you safe, even if it costs me my life." And I imagine it's not just Goku saying that. I think Goku is saying it as well as Chrono and Dez. And this is going to, like I said, I don't think this is going to end well. I think it's going to be a situation where someone gets taken out. Now, the best case scenario, and as far as like people being taken out, it might be the Oracle who sacrificed herself in order to save them. And because of that, because with her ability, it's kind of broken, being able to see the future. So I feel like maybe the Oracle, more than anyone, might be the one to be taken out. Honestly, I don't know where this arc is going to go, but I'm really liking it, man. I'm really rocking with it. But let me know your thoughts down below. If you like this video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.